Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. If you're new, my name is Shannon and today I am sat in the caravan again. If you have seen my videos recently, you'll know that we've recently bought a caravan and it's actually just quite a nice place to come and sit and film because there's a table in here. We don't have a dining table in our house, and it just feels like, you know, like when you're working, if you work from home, sometimes like going to a coffee shop or something is like a nice change of scenery. Well, I feel like this at the minute is like a nice change of scenery. So it's currently Thursday morning, my little boy is at nursery. I've done some work this morning and I thought I'd just come out here and do a little bit of scrapbooking and film a video at the same time because I do have some questions that I've been asked over on my Instagram, which is at Shannan Lorraine. I'll pop it here if you want to go and follow me. I would love to have you, but yeah, I put a question box out a little while ago now asking if anyone had any questions because did I say I'm pregnant? I'm currently 25 weeks pregnant with my second little boy, and I documented a lot of my first pregnancy here on this channel, right from finding out all the way through to the birth vlog and birth story and kind of motherhood and family life beyond that. Because I did document my previous pregnancy and birth and everything, I know that lots of you guys have been interested to know, like, you know, some questions, would I do things differently, etc, etc. So I'm gonna sit down, do some scrapbooking and answer your questions and just chat to you at the same time. So I have actually got a little scrapbook here which I made, shameless plug, I do sell these on my small business Made of Stars Co. I will link it below in the description box, but this just says from bump to baby, baby Frapwell, due July 2023, and it's just a plain scrapbook inside, and I just wanted to document this pregnancy and right up until he's born, I suppose, and maybe beyond that, who knows. But yeah, I've got the scrapbook. I've got lots of little goodies here. I picked up some fun things from Paper Chase in their sale the other day. I've got some foam stickers in like letters and some new washi tapes, and everything was like 50% off, so yeah, total barg. I picked up some photo corners and some double-sided tape and things like that. I've got some, I didn't bring out many pens actually, but I've got some like metallic pens, and I've made some stickers again I sell on my business. So I've got these ones which are just kind of all sorts of like milestones during pregnancy. So first one being like missed period, positive test, first symptom, morning sickness. So these are kind of really good for I use them in my journal as well, like my like daily planner. But I brought some out with me in case any fit in the scrapbook. But yeah, I've got like found out gender and like little scan stickers and stuff like that, so I really like those. And then I've got some week by week stickers as well, so if I know certain photos I've got were taken at certain weeks, then I can stick this next to it. I've also just got some generic like baby boy stickers that I've made. I've got a couple of sticker sheets in here, so I'll open them out and pop a few in the book as I go. And then I've also, now this is the first time I've ever done this when scrapbooking. I normally always print the photos either myself or using a company, but I print them on normal photo paper and either use yeah, like photo corners or double-sided tape or Pritt stick or whatever to stick them in. But I suddenly thought the other day of an idea that I feel like is just life-changing to me in the scrapbooking world. Also, I'm just gonna say I'm so sorry if the lighting is like crazy. I am just using natural lighting and I've got a huge window in front of me, and yeah, it's south facing and the sun is like in and out behind the clouds, so I'm really sorry. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. But yeah, I've got lots of stickers here, so I've basically turned them into like Polaroid type stickers. Can you see? So I've got like the little white bit underneath if I want to write on there. So I've got from the gender kind of reveal, some scan photos, oh, they're random, ones from our wedding, and then I've just got, yeah, some like bump dates and just, you know, pictures from throughout the pregnancy tests, like when we'd found out, and just, yeah, some photos throughout the pregnancy. I've also just made some like first, second, second and third trimester stickers as well. But yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like that is going to make scrapbooking so much easier than like what I normally do. I promise this video isn't made to just plug what I make on my shop, but I do end up selling a lot of the things I make for myself because I really love crafting, and yeah, when I think of something that I want for me, then if I've made it and I've got, you know, examples to show you, then I might as well pop it on my shop as well if it's something that I want to do as a product. So yeah, these I really do love. I've also bought this like paper pad from the range. I can't remember how much it was. It was really reasonable, I think, but it's just all different patterns of paper and like designs and things, but I thought I could just cut out and like, yeah, just make the pages a bit more fun for some of them. I'm not sure, but anyway, that is kind of everything I've got to get going. I've already been speaking for way too long and not done any scrapbooking yet, so I'm just gonna kind of get started, and then I think once I'm in my flow of it, I will chat to you again and yeah, answer some questions.
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter.
I have no idea how successful I'm gonna be at scrapbooking and chatting to you at the same time, because I've kind of been writing a little bit, so I've only done like a couple of pages so far. So I've done the first page. I just did a message to the baby to read when he's like older, because obviously this will be his book. The next page I've just put in a picture of the first pregnancy test. The line was so faint that Ollie couldn't even see it, and he wouldn't believe that I was genuinely pregnant until the next day when I did a digital test where it clearly said like pregnant. So I've kind of written about that and wrote what day it was and everything, stuck some stickers in, a couple more pictures of other pregnancy tests I've done, a little bit of washi tape, and then I've just stuck in some photos, a bit wonky, but that's fine, of, this was actually bonfire night. So we found out that we were pregnant on the 26th of October. So this was like a week, 10 days after. And yeah, I just remember taking those photos and just thinking, like, this is his first firework night. I didn't think his at the time because I didn't know if he was a boy or girl in my tummy, but and yeah, it's something that since we've moved to this town, it was actually going to the town's firework night was like something we did the weekend we first viewed this house and the first time we came to see this town. And so going last year just felt like such like a big occasion to be going, you know, as residents of the town now and like living here, and our whole life's changed, and I feel like going to that bonfire night is going to become like a proper family tradition. So it felt really special that we had that little secret little bubba in our tummy. So yeah, I've stuck those photos in, and then next I think I've got the first, I think this was the first bump date I've got, first time I took a bump picture, and so I'm just gonna have to go through and kind of organize the timings of things because I'm not entirely sure. Also, I don't think I brought out everything. There's some scan photos I wanted to stick in as well, so I'll leave spaces. But yeah, basically I won't get the questions up on my phone because I definitely won't be able to multitask that much, but no. Okay, we've got another wonky photo. It's okay. See, this is, look, there's me saying I can't multitask. So what was I even saying? Yeah, but basically I've got like a general idea of the kind of questions that you guys were asking me when I asked if anyone had any questions. I wrote some down in my pad. I think I wrote down some of the ones because I thought it would make it more organized. Like I said, this question box was a couple of weeks ago, but I'm pretty sure, right, yeah, I wrote down some of them. So something I was asked a lot, if you guys are new, then you might not know that I actually previously had a home birth. Sorry, I'm not looking at you all the time. I'm not being rude, I'm just doing this at the same time. But I previously had a home birth with my first little boy at Buzz, and it was the most incredible experience ever. Like, I just feel so grateful to be one of the people. Like, I don't hear a lot of people say that they loved birth and that they had a really positive experience, but I really did, and I'm so grateful for that. And like, I know that that is so rare and so lucky. But yeah, so I absolutely would love to have another home birth. Yeah, like that is absolutely in the plans, but it's tricky. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd have heard me venting about it, but basically I have a high BMI, no surprise there, and they have said that obviously with a high BMI they don't advise home births, they don't like necessarily support them or whatever else. But I had a high BMI last time. Like, my BMI wasn't really that different last time when I was previously pregnant. Oh, my camera's gonna overheat. No, I'm not sure what my camera is doing. It said it was overheating, and then I've let it have a break, and now I think I just was recording and it didn't film, so that's really good. But yeah, I was actually just waffling. So what I'm gonna say is that I had a really successful home birth last time. It was like one of the best experiences of my whole entire life, and I really want to do that again, or at least try to. I know that things can happen. Obviously, if there's any reason that it's looking like it's unsafe for me to have a home birth, for whether that's for myself or for the baby, obviously I will do what is safe. But yeah, I will definitely be trying to go for a home birth, and I'm really excited. We've still got our birthing pool from last time. We just need to buy like a new liner and a new hose, which, if you don't know about home birth, which I guess why would you unless you'd had one or were planning one, but basically you can either buy or hire the birthing pool if you want to have a water birth. You can have like a land birth, but I want to have a water birth. So yeah, we bought the birthing pool previously, and the pool itself stays completely like clean and everything like that because you put a liner inside it, and that liner, once you've used the pool, you throw that away, and then if you want to use the pool again, you buy a new liner. And there's a hose, like a food grade, I think it's food grade, although that doesn't sound right, does it? But like a medical grade hose that you use to fill up the pool, and also you use that hose to then suck out the water afterwards as well. It's really clever. So that gets thrown away as well, because it's no longer like sterile. So yeah, we will need to buy those again, but yeah, we've pretty much kind of got all the bits and bobs from last time, and I definitely want to have another home birth. Something else that a couple of people asked actually was, do we want Buzz to be there? And the answer is, I don't know. Obviously moved up north, and our like family and most of our friends and things are down south, so we don't have like a huge like pool of people around for like childcare or anything like that. In fact, we don't really have one at all, and so it really does just depend on timings. In my head, I feel like generally kind of going to labour during the evening, like you start having contractions, and in my head I'm like, oh yeah, last time I started feeling things about 9:30 and Buzz was here by 4, so you know, it'd be overnight, Buzz would be sleeping through the whole thing. But obviously I know that that is probably unlikely to happen, And yeah, I don't know. We've still got a long time to make a plan, but yeah, I'm not sure. I am not sure, but we'll figure it out closer to the time. And yeah, someone else asked, is do we have friends and family on standby? Which I guess people are just curious because they know our situation and that we've moved far away from friends and family. And again, not yet, not lined up yet, but we will make sure we've got a plan in place. We have got family that potentially could work from our house and come and stay with us, or I don't know, we'll see, we'll figure it out. But yeah, it is definitely an unknown at the moment, but we'll get there. Another question I had was, will I be vlogging this birth? And I honestly don't know. Like, in an ideal world I would love to, because Buzz's birth vlog is one of the most cherished things that we have, and like I love that he'll be able to watch that one day if he wants to, and just like, to me that's just like so incredible to see that. But it really just depends. It depends how the birth is going. It depends on so many factors. So yeah, we'll see. I will try to document what I can. I didn't believe that it was happening so quickly almost. Like, I just was very much like letting my body do what it needed to do and just going with the flow. I actually refused examination, and when I say that, that sounds really like dramatic. It wasn't like they were like forcing an examination on me and I was like no. She just the midwife, when she came to the house, she was like, oh, would you mind getting onto the bed so I can see how far gone you are, like how dilated you are? And I was like, I'd actually read that sometimes if you get out of the birthing pool, you can't then get back in, and once you've been examined you're at higher risk of infection and things like that, which can lead to being transferred into hospital. So I really just wanted to have like at least like the least amount of kind of intervention as I could, and so I said if it's okay, I would like to not have one right now if this goes on for a while, or if there's cause for concern, then obviously. But yeah, so she didn't examine me, so I had no idea throughout the whole labour how dilated I was, or if I even, like, I had no idea. Obviously it was my first time doing it. I knew I was having what I thought was contractions, and they were, but yeah, I was monitoring them on my Freya app, which is just the best app ever, and just doing my breathing, and yeah, I just was like really nice and calm, and I would love to be able to be that way again. So yeah, I'd probably say that I won't like have the monitoring again and stuff, which yeah, unless I need to. But yeah, I think this time I just will hopefully be more aware of what is actually happening, and when I tell Ollie that I think I'm going into labour, hopefully I'll be a bit more confident in that, and like he can believe it and not start doing other silly little jobs instead of getting the birthing pool up. But yeah, I don't know. I've not thought about it all that much, in all honesty, which is probably weird that I'm now sat here doing a video about it, because you're like, what have you even got to say? But I'm kind of just going with the flow and trying not to stress, because stress is not helpful in this situation. Another question is, are you scared? Now, I am not scared. I really enjoyed giving birth, which I know some people find that really hard to believe and think that you're like I don't know, you're just saying it because you want to be different. Like, that's really not the case. Like I really did enjoy it. I felt so empowered. I didn't find it super painful. Like, it was painful, it was uncomfortable, of course, but it wasn't like, I don't know, I think it's one of those things that you build up in your head that is going to be like the worst pain in the whole entire world, and I think if you've got that kind of standard, then it's quite hard to actually reach that. Do you know what I mean? Obviously this time could be different. I was really lucky last time, I didn't have any tears or anything. This time that might happen, and that might be excruciating. I don't know, but I'm just trying to not be scared. I'm trying to just look forward and be confident in myself, like trust myself and trust my body. Like, this body was made to birth this baby, in the famous words of all the positive hypnobirthing people. And it's true. Like, I've got to trust that my body can do it. So yeah, I am really excited, and I know that I will feel more scared near the time. I think my fear kind of would come from the fact that because it went so well last time, I think it's easy to think it's going to go well this time, and yeah, I might be in for an absolute shock if it goes all up in the air, but I've just got to believe that it's not going to, and hope it's not going to. So the last question I've got written down was, are you scared about having two? Now that is probably where the fear is the most for me, and it comes and goes. I think when I'm having like a hormonal, like a pregnancy hormonal time, that is when I start to think, can I actually cope with two? Or if Buzz is having like a particularly hard patch, which he is at the minute, he's under the weather, so that's been really tough. And yeah, that's made me kind of think like he's not sleeping that well and I'm not sleeping that well, and I just think, oh my goodness, when we have a newborn as well, like how are we actually gonna cope? But I don't know. People do, don't they? We had a disaster, guys, a disaster. My camera battery died, and I'm not gonna go and get the other one because I'm lazy. You're on my camera, my phone, sorry, and I never know where to look on my phone. But yeah, what I was saying is that when I'm going through a rough patch, like mentally, hormonally, Buzz is being a cheeky monkey, then I think, oh my gosh, how am I actually gonna do this? But then I've got to tell myself that people do this all the time. I feel like I look a lot better on the iPhone camera than I do on my actual camera. If I do say so myself, it's probably because it's low quality and you can't see the imperfections as much, isn't it? But yeah, we'll cope. We will cope. And I think I do have these little mini breakdowns every now and again to my friends, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do it, blah 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 blah. And I think what I've kind of taken from that and from what my friends have said is that they would be more worried if I wasn't worried about how I was going to cope. Like if I was just like, oh, it'll be fine, blah blah blah. Like it is normal to worry, and it is normal to care. The baby toddler stage doesn't last forever, and I know that once they're older we will definitely miss it, and so I think I'm just going to have to try and keep my head basically and try and not get too overwhelmed, because when I get overwhelmed, that's when everything just goes tits up, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know, this is waffly. I am excited and I am nervous. I am nervous for two. I'll do it. Me and Ollie will do it. We'll be fine, and it'll be so worth it. Like, we want Buzz to have a sibling, and we want to be a little family of 4, and potentially more, who knows, down the line. But we know that we wanted to grow our family, and so this is how we're doing it. It's got to be done. So yeah, that was the last question. I'm just going to carry on scrapbooking for a bit. I've got to this page where this was Christmas Day, and this was like in the evening, and Ollie brought me a plate of all the snacky goodness, and I was sick and I couldn't eat it, and I just remember feeling so sad. I think I took a picture to send back to my friend, and then there's just another bump date there. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on scrapbooking. This is actually very therapeutic, and I do need to go and get Buzz from nursery very soon, so I'm going to stop chatting to you. I don't know how long this video has been, if it's been any good, but I'm sure I will do kind of more Q&As during the pregnancy as things progress. Obviously we've still got about 15 weeks, so yeah, I'm gonna stop chatting. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to send me any questions or comment below, or any other content you would like to see, any other types of videos. I'm always open to suggestions and ideas, and I will see you very, very soon for another video. Bye guys.